Negotiable Instruments Act, Section 84, when cheque not duly presented and drawer damaged thereby. Section 84 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881 deals with the consequences of delay in presenting a cheque for payment and protects the drawer from loss caused by the holder's failure to present the cheque within a reasonable time. The section recognizes that a cheque is intended to be presented promptly, and unreasonable delay may prejudice the drawer if circumstances change between the issue of the cheque and its presentment. 1. General principle of the section. The section provides that where a cheque is not presented within a reasonable time and the drawer suffers loss due to the delay, the drawer is discharged from liability to the extent of such loss, thereby balancing the holder's duty of prompt presentment with protection of the drawer against resulting damage. 2. Requirement of presentment within reasonable time. Subsection 1 requires that a cheque, being payable on demand, must be presented within a reasonable time after its issue, failing which the consequences prescribed under the section may arise due to delayed presentment. 3. Meaning of reasonable time. What constitutes reasonable time depends on the circumstances of each case and is determined with reference to practical and commercial considerations. 4. Conditions for discharge of drawer. The drawer is discharged only where the cheque was not presented within a reasonable time, the drawer had the right to have it honored by the bank, and actual loss was suffered due to the delay, since absence of any of these conditions prevents discharge from liability. 5. Right of drawer against banker. The section requires that the drawer must have had the right to get the cheque honored by the banker at the time when it ought to have been presented, and protection is available only where timely presentment would have resulted in payment of the cheque. 6. Requirement of actual damage. The drawer is discharged only to the extent of the actual loss caused by delayed presentment of the cheque, and mere delay without resulting prejudice or damage does not result in complete discharge under the section. 7. Nature of damage contemplated. The section explains that damage occurs where delayed presentment causes the drawer to remain a creditor of the banker for a larger amount than he would have been if the cheque had been presented and paid in due time. 8. Extent of discharge. The drawer is discharged only to the extent of the actual loss suffered, so where delay in presenting a cheque of 1 lakh rupee causes a loss of 40,000 rupee due to the bank's insolvency, the discharge is limited to 40,000 rupees and the holder may still recover the remaining amount unaffected by the delay. 9. Determination of reasonable time. Subsection 2 provides that reasonable time is determined with reference to the nature of the instrument, trade usage, banking practices, and the facts and circumstances of each case. I. Nature of the instrument. Different instruments may require different periods for presentment depending on their character and mode of circulation. 2. Usage of trade and banking practice. Customary business and banking practices are relevant in determining whether the holder acted promptly, as what is reasonable may vary across different commercial settings. 3. Particular facts of the case. The court may consider factors such as the distance between parties, method of communication, holidays, and circumstances affecting banking operations. For more details, contact us.